Hello everybody. This is something a little bit new for this channel, but something I have done before. It's time to make some Lego. I got this for my birthday and I've been saving it for a spare day when I have time to make it on here, on camera, for you guys. Let's get on into it, shall we? This is Lego Speed Champions set, 251 pieces. It's an 18 plus, and I actually looked it up. Why is it an 18 plus? Because I thought, what about Lego could possibly be adults only, and then I learned it's the sponsorships on the car, because it's like adulty things. Anywho, there we go. Right, let me get some questions from you lot. Forgive me for the, this is a very rookie setup, I'm going to be honest. I've got my normal camera, which is a DJI camera here, but up here I have, so basically I have a shelf. I've got a C clamp or a D clamp, I can never remember which one it is, with a book. It's actually, what is it? Black Sad, the graphic novel. Pivoted on a pack of post-it notes to make it bend a little bit more, with my phone resting over the top. You know, this is real high-tech stuff at Claudie. I was going to say Claudie TV, Claudie Corner. Right, these lot have got any questions? While they're coming up with some questions, oh, here we go. Emily, ooh. Dan, oh, you want more questions? Oh God, here we go. These used to open a lot better. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Packs. Good God, this looks busy. Oh, the stickers, I forgot about the stickers. Ta-da. Looks quite cool actually. I like the picture. Right, box on the floor. Lovely. Also, sorry if there's little marks on the desk. It's either, I'm going to be honest, dust or paint. So apologies. Where's our little guy? Ooh. Oh, he's got a tinted visor. Lucky boy. See it? Yeah, if I got to open packs 1 and 2, I should probably look at the instructions, shouldn't I? That's what I should probably do. Yep, open packs 1 and 2. Got it. You don't get that on Blue Peter, do you? Look at him. Smug little guy. I'll leave your hair there for later. At the moment, you're decapitated. Where are your legs? How the hell... How did you know it was a Lego, Emily? It's been a while. I actually haven't done a Lego set since I did the other one on Claudie TV. The 2-part Audi? BMW one. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to do this. I got this on my birthday and I haven't done it yet. So thank you, Mum, for getting me this. And Dad, for my birthday. It's very sweet. There he is, there's your torso. Is that? Now, I might have to keep a look at here. There is the biggest fucking, I don't know if it's a bee, a wasp, a hornet, I don't know what it is. And when I say big, it's like this. It's huge. It keeps flying right up to my window, and I think it's trying to eat the wood, because the windows are made of wood. And I swear to God, yesterday I thought it was a helicopter. It was so deep and loud, the, like, buzzing noise. Oh, I might have to shut my window in a bit. Hopefully it doesn't come in. Probably can't even hear it, but it's getting closer. I can sense it. Let me go and scare it off. That was genuinely a bumblebee down there, so that's fine. I don't mind them. This thing was a big fucking wasp. And also, because this is such a janky setup, if there is ever a bit where I, you know, don't record some of this bit and you just have the face cam on me, sorry, but it's just sometimes my phone might stop recording, so I'll do my best to not let that happen, but I can't make any promises, I'm afraid. I will eventually get 2 cameras and then it will just be easier. Little spanner. Where's your legs? Oh, they're there. I've got them. Come on, my little friend. Yeah. No, that's not your legs. Where the fuck are your legs? Oh, they're there. Is that a police siren? Is it also looking for the wasp? Jesus. Right, let's take a question. What do you think would make the best Lego set? Like Lego Titanic, Lego Flowers and Cars. If you could make anything as a Lego set, what would it be? The Kiriman Mansion. For sure. The Kiriman Mansion would be an amazing Lego set. That would be so fucking cool. I think Kiriman Mansion, or the Kira Mansion. Not Kira Melons, although possibly. I think they could do animals really, like a Lego giraffe, Lego zebra, Lego elephant. I think those could be quite cool. They did like an animal series and they were all somehow, maybe not to, I don't want to say to scale, but like the elephant was bigger than the zebra and stuff. I think that could be really cool. And you could do something like a certain amount from every Lego set goes to a charity that takes care of those animals in the wild or something. Like you could do endangered species and raise awareness for it. That could be quite a cool thing to do. I think that could be quite fun. Right, let me get on with building some, because otherwise I'm gonna be here for hours. Right, that goes there. What I might do is actually bring that there. Hopefully this is still all in shot. It's easier for me to see. Right, that one goes there, this goes here. Yep. This goes there. These go here. Lovely stuff. One, and we need, oh, the black pieces, I forget, it's always so hard to see. I should get a bit of paper. One. This is a Racecar one. Red Bull? Yeah, Red Bull. The only other, have I got two? No, it was McLaren, of course. And no, I didn't get, there was an Aston Martin or Jag? I can't remember what it was now. That looked quite cool. This goes there. Got it. Right, flippy upside down. These two go in there. I think. Yeah. Two of these and one of those. Put it like that. What? And that fits on there. Yeah? Yeah, I think so. Right, questions. If you could go back in time to any point safely, nothing would change, no butterfly effect, when would you go, or who would you visit? I honestly don't think I'd go back very far. I think I'd go back to like the 90s, if I'm honest. I'd go back to like 94, 95. Just walk around like London or something in like the 90s. Just like, I'd go like before I was born, or back to a similar time where I was born. I was born in 98, so somewhere around there, and just see it, just see what it was like, or travel to like where my childhood homes were before they were built or something, you know, that could be quite cool. I wouldn't go too far. They go there. Yep. And two of these, and two flat tiles, got it. I was saying as well, I think it was in the Discord a little while back, these stands that the cars currently sit on, they're good, but I got them on eBay from some guy who like 3D prints them. And they're really flimsy, if I'm being 100% honest with you. They're very easy to knock over, the base of them isn't very wide. And what I'd love to do is buy some just standalone Lego bricks, right? Where you go like, is it Build-A-Brick or, no, that's Build-A-Bear. What's bricks.com? It's like a place you can just buy either second-hand or first-hand, or like ones that are slightly marked during manufacturing or whatever. Make something look like a car garage or something, you know? And just have them all lined up so it looks more like an actual piece. I think that could be really cool. But I've got to buy all the bricks, and I don't know how much the bricks are going to be. But that was something I was thinking about doing, and just do it over time, you know, just, you know, in many parts, but keep adding to it and see what it could become. Like, I think that could be really cool. This goes on here. Yep. One of these and two of these. And this goes in there. And like that. Ah. Goes all the way down. Got it. Got it. Okay, that goes like that. I think. Do you have a guilty pleasure movie? Like a movie that's disliked by most people but you absolutely love it? Ooh. No, I really don't think I do. No, I don't. Weirdly enough, when I was younger I used to watch more movies than I do. I don't watch movies unless I'm watching it for movie of the month or something. I'm so busy with work and stuff, I don't really find time to watch shows or movies or anything like that anymore. So maybe I should find one, is what I should do. I should find a guilty pleasure movie. I think the Harry Potter ones used to be my go-to when I was younger. I'm grown up now, sort of. Where on earth do you go? You go there. Yeah. What, and then you go all the way through. Oh. Okay. Wasn't expecting that from you. Then I get these 2 more of these. 1, 2. And these fit on the end like that, do they? What are your 3 favourite actors or actresses? Oh, Denzel Washington, Daniel Day-Lewis, Anthony Hopkins. And I would say a bonus in there is Christopher Waltz. I think I've got his name right. Forgive me if I've got his name wrong. He's very, very cool. I like him a lot. I would say actresses. I think Rooney Mara is brilliant, but I think she's like retired now. I know she's had a baby, so I don't think she acts anymore. I think Emma Stone is very good. I think Emma Stone, weirdly enough, is like she's a big actress, but weirdly underrated. I don't quite know why. Charlize Theron as well. She's your stereotypical like beautiful blonde, but she's done a lot of different roles. Nearly dropped it. And been willing to like try lots and lots of different things. She is terrifying in that movie. And I genuinely think it's incredible what she did with that. Everyone sort of says Meryl Streep. I do like Meryl Streep, but I just feel that's an obvious answer. Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates is great. There's a few I'll probably think of later as well. Viola Davis as well. She's really cool. What do you think is your greatest strength? Jesus. I think I've got pretty good work ethic. I mean, I only really like doing things that I find interesting or fun. So I don't know if it's really work ethic or I just like to work on things that I enjoy. So is it really ethic? Don't know. But I'd say I'm pretty conscientious when I'm on good form and I have good work output when I'm in the right headspace. Greatest strength. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty determined. Like, if I really want to do something, I will get it done somehow. I used to give up on myself a lot, especially creatively. I would start projects and never finish them. And I would get a little bit stuck in my head with things. I've become less like that as I've got a bit older and I've stuck things out, especially YouTube. There's been bits where it's been not fun and it's been quite difficult and I've stuck it out and I'm proud of myself for doing that. So I'd say that's a pretty good strength that I'm acquiring right now. I would say so. Got to push this through there, right, okay. Alright. Like this, yep. This goes on here. Okay. And I've got to do that with both of these and then that goes on there. Yeah, okay. Let's do this with the other one. This one goes there. That goes on there. And then these go. What? In there? Yeah, that looks about right. For now, until we can't put anything else on, and then we have to take it all apart and fix it. But this looks great to me. Okay. Lovely, good stuff. What smell instantly takes you back to a weirdly specific memory? See, I'm really bad with things like this because my memory's terrible. I won't think of bad memories. Let me try and think of something good, which is also a problem. That's my weakest strength, is remembering good things. For some reason, I fixate on negatives. That's something I need to work on. Actually, do you know, I actually don't know. For me, it's more like a seasonal thing. You'll get changed of the seasons, and I'm like, oh yeah, summer of 2009, and I'm like, what? I don't know, like, I'll smell like pollen in the spring and then sneeze, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this feeling when I was a kid. I don't know what that means, or whether that's even healthy, but that's the first thing that came to mind. So I'd say that, like just changing of the seasons, and you're like, oh yeah, it's this time of year again. That's usually what gets me. Or I take like when you get the Christmas decorations out of the loft, and you're like, oh yeah, Christmas, and then you again sneeze because it's dusty. But yeah, that's another one that triggers things. Just go on there. Whizzing through this, you know. Woohoo! About as fast as the car. What is your most unnecessary talent? Coming up with random words and then calling it the Encyclopedia Bullshitica. If your group chat messages were suddenly made into a documentary, what would it be titled? Because the only group chats I'm in is like Discord stuff. I'm not part of any other group chats. So it'd be Mod Squad, a series of unfortunate events. Part 1. Tris. Right, you go there. You go there. Who is Hugo? Do we know? Hugo there. Hugo there. Thank you, Hugo. And then I have this plate that fits on with difficulty. There we go. Lovely stuff. If your personality had a customer service department, what would most of the complaints be about? Her use of bad language, her inability to remember details of stories, and the fact she says goodbye 8 times before she leaves a conversation. Probably. Right. I keep forgetting to do this under there, sorry. Let me just check that you're... Oh god, that's come out. Where did that come from? That just fell off of somewhere. Or was that just there? Oh no, we'll find out in a minute. Never mind. What is your most memorable dream or nightmare to date? Now, this is something I do. That's funny. This is something I do dream, and lately I have been having so many nightmares. I don't know what's going on. I keep having like 2 nightmares a night, and they're not really like, they're not horrific. They're more like dreams you wake up from where you're really clammy, but you're like, I don't know what that means. They're not terrifying, or they're usually confusing or strange, and then you wonder, you're more nervous when you've woken up because you're trying to examine it. But a dream I've had, there was one that was very vivid. I was on like a concrete tarmac path, but it was up in the clouds, and I just walked for miles through this. It was very, very stormy and dark. You look up and there was just pitch black sky, no clouds, nothing. It was no stars or anything like that. It was just, I don't know if it was clouds or fog. I don't know what it was, but I was just walking and we're talking like as far as you could see, like as if you're standing on a mountain, you can see other mountains miles away. It was like that. And then another one was I was in this weird. I mean, I can literally see it now. It's like this room, huge room. I mean, we're talking it's like a living room, but it's massive. We're talking probably 6 or 7 floors as to what something would usually be. And it's all books, and I don't read books, so this is odd. Hence why I'm using it to prop up my camera. And there's these stairs, and there's no banister on the stairs. There's just stairs going up one wall. No, down. No, that's right, it's down. The door was here, and then you go down the stairs, and you could go all the way to the bottom, or you could come off and go off this ledge halfway through. And there was a huge wooden beam, but it's like, instead of a beam that's made out of a tree that's fell, it's like the entire tree was just cut into like a cuboid timber thing. I know this is very riveting. Stay with me. And it was, and you could sit. It was like a huge beam that you would get in like a, like a beam that goes across like the ceiling of a room. You know what I mean? Like a wooden beam. You know what I mean? But it would just go across the room. But it was massive. It was like the size of a room, but a beam. And on top of it was these bean bags. Not beams and bean bags. Stay with me now. Bean bags. And you could sit there and read a book, and then you looked out and there was these huge windows that would look out onto like a forest or something. I don't know what it was, but it was the most surreal dream. It was like, you know, like in Dune, right? Where everything, the way they film it, the proportions, it makes the human look so small. The dream did the same thing for me. I usually am very small in my dreams. Don't know what that means. If anyone could tell me, that'd be great. Anyone who's a Jungian or Freudian or Nietzsche, any of you, just let me know what that means. I mean, if someone's a Freudian, they're going to tell me that's a sex dream, but I don't think it was. It was something about books and beams. Books and beams. Sounds like a children's story. Right. There and there. Okay. I need this little L piece. I need to put that there and that there. And I've got to do this bit there. Lovely. And then sticker time, yay. 13, number 13 please. 13 is going to go there. Good God, that's wonky, never mind. 13 is going to go there, then we've got 11. There. And then, see, I don't get this. It just gives me a plain blue strip that's a triangle. Oh no, that's not a sticker. No, because, see there, it says like a blank bit. And I'm thinking, why are they asking me to put a blank sticker on something that's already that colour? Anyway, I'm just being a bit of a donkey, never mind. Right, this goes, yeah, like that. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that, eh? See that? You're watching a genius at work, that's what you're doing. I feel like that was important because I didn't include that bit. Where does this bit go? No? I've already done a bit. Okay, that's fine. I feel like I keep missing bits. Right, and then the other side. This bit goes like that. Like that. Like that. And then like that. Yep. And then we've got number 10, number 13. Number 10. I'll do this and then I'll have a look at the questions again. Number 10, Downing Street, full of all the donkeys. Sorry. I'm a big fan of my country, big fan. Big fan of the government, big fan. Yeah, there. Thought I'd done it the wrong way around, but I hadn't, thank God. Lovely. Both sides done. Woohoo. I'll think of some superpowers ones too, those are fun. Perfect, thank you Dan. I can always count on you for some weird questions. Opinion on llamas? I think they're great, but I don't think they should run for office. What's your favourite reaction so far and why is it Ted Lasso? It actually really is. I've always said my favourite reaction series I've done genuinely is Fleabag because it was so funny and for me it made me more confident with my reaction stuff. I think it was just because, I don't know, I'd watched Arcane, I'd watched Blue Eye Samurai and then Fleabag came along and it was just different. It was just completely different and Arcane was great but it was my first show that I watched and I was still a bit, it grew very quickly. You know, I'm not a big YouTuber, but it was still a lot for me to process, if I'm honest with you. Sorry, I'm just checking I've got the right ones here. Yeah, they're all the same size. And I did enjoy it, and it was amazing what happened, but good God, was it stressful. And I didn't have full faith in myself that I was doing good, really, with YouTube. One second, let me just concentrate on this bit. Yep, there we go. Then I reacted to Blue Eye Samurai, and that was different again. I was very nervous to start that because I was worried that I would lose audience or that people just wouldn't care anymore. And I sort of, that was a big shift for me as well in a different way. And then I really enjoyed that because it was animation but in a different flavour really, right? It was like everything was notched up even more. And then Fleabag was the next show I watched, and it was so different, and it was something I didn't think I would sort of enjoy, but it was mentioned a lot, and I thought this was, oh, hang on, what have I done? Hang on. What have I done here? There, sorry. I messed up, sorry. Fleabag was so different, And it was just a completely different flavour of reaction for me. You know, it was shorter episodes to what I'd previously looked at. The story wasn't as heavy, but yet it was. But because there was these comedy elements, it was so funny, right? And Ted reminds me of that. I love Severance for its complexity, though it was heavy for me to watch, and I'd often end reactions thinking I didn't do a good job or something. And Silo was brilliant as well in its own way, especially showing character dynamics. I think Silo did that brilliantly. But Ted Lasso is just, oh, it's just a breath of fresh air for me. And I really do get excited to sit down and watch Ted, as opposed to with Severance and Silo. You know, my brain would be running away with me a lot, and that would lead to quite a lot of overstimulation when I was watching the show. Ted, although it still gets my brain working, is a completely different experience, you know, to watch. So I'm genuinely really enjoying it. But I would say otherwise it probably would have been Fleabag. But I genuinely have enjoyed everything. I joke in the Discord that I'm over Arcane, and I did a lot of Arcane content, and I kind of wore that down. But I did very much enjoy it. I mean, if Riot came out tomorrow and said, we're doing a season 3, I'd lose my mind, you know. Yeah, I've enjoyed other shows more, if I'm honest with you. It's given me more to work with as a reactor, and I think Fleabag specifically, it really made me more confident for some reason. I started to feel really good watching Fleabag, and I would sit when I was editing and I'd look at my reactions and I'd feel like I did a good job. So for me, Fleabag and Ted Lasso are joint first, but I've got a feeling Ted might overtake it at some point because it's really good. I'm very much enjoying Ted Lasso. Right, let me just sort this out and concentrate for a sec. Alright, that's going to go on there, like that. And then this bit is going to go there, I think. Like so. Yep. Yep. That's going to go there, that's going to go there. Have I done those right? Yep. And then that like that is going to be turned like that. And it's going to fit in there, is it? How peculiar. It's going to go like that, is it? Okay, if you say so, Lego. Favourite, most memorable Discord moment? Oh, it's got to be Klingo. I mean, good moments. It's got to be the Klingo. The Klingo was it was so stressful for me because my internet was so bad, but it was so fun, and it was just a really good vibe. And it was the first time I'd like hosted an event in the server and was like, you know, I was presenting, and it went on for like 3 hours, and then we sat there in the VC and just all chatted till like 2, 3 in the morning. And it was hilarious and very fun, and none of us got a lot of sleep that evening, but it was genuinely, there's some of the funniest moments, like the hardest laughs I've had with stuff to do with the server has probably been Klingo, and there will be another, I think. I've got to do a Klingo again at some point. Maybe sometime soon. I'm debating, as of this point, I'm filming this sort of mid-October, this video that you're seeing now. So I've got a feeling I might do a Halloween Klingo. I'll see how the schedule plays out. If not, I might do one a bit later in the year. But yeah, there'll be another Klingo at some point. It was too good. It was too fucking stressful, but it was way too good. In case you're new around here or don't know what I'm referring to, we basically did a bingo night, but it's a Claudie version of bingo, so it's Klingo, and that means it's better. There's something about, you know, for me, knowing that people were like genuinely belly laughing, like rolling up with laughter, it was very sweet, actually. Sorry, I'm not really doing this under the camera, am I? Sorry. This bit goes in there. This bit goes there. Corner pieces. 1, 2. Yep. Almost a year into YouTube, 13,000 subs and counting. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Seb. What has been your best experience and most challenging thus far? I don't want to bring a downer in any way, but I would say just sticking at it. There's been ups and downs with YouTube for different reasons. Some of it has been personal for me and just work, health-related stuff, just being busy and trying to maintain a schedule has been really tricky, if I'm honest with you. But you know, sometimes you just lose the novelty of it, right? There was a point for me with YouTube where have I done that right? Hang on. Yep. The arcane stuff wore down, right? You know, that started to drop off. And I realised very quickly that if I want to keep doing this, I really do need to get better at being a YouTuber and do what I'm supposed to do. And I did, and I was able to shift it and keep it growing. So I had this initial momentum and then was able to keep the momentum going, and I'm very proud of that. And then I would say, you know, just to put yourself out on, hang on, what have I done here? Where do these go? Oh, there. Have I done this right? Yes, that goes there. Sorry, yes. It's very hard to answer questions and talk. I don't know why I asked for questions. Hang on, let me just put these there. Yep, there. It was a lot for me. I'm someone I'm not particularly social. I wouldn't say introvert because I think it's overused. I'm sort of an ambivert, if that's the right term, where I can talk to people as and when I need to, but then I like to sort of lock myself away and keep myself private and quiet from things. And YouTube although I'm very, very small as a content creator, I'm tiny, but it got big pretty quick. And there was a lot of eyes on me all of a sudden. Everything from, you know, other YouTubers putting me in compilations randomly, which was amazing for the channel, but it did just kind of boost everything up a lot. It was great, but there was sort of moments where I didn't really know how to deal with it, and it's very lonely, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to make this like a real down thing, but there's moments where you can talk to people, you can even talk to your audience, but they're not going to get it. And it was quite hard to keep that momentum going. And that mixed with, like I say, work, just life stress, whether it's relationships, friendships, finances, health, like it doesn't matter what it is, when there's these additional stresses and then you feel for some reason like there's a lot of people waiting for you to show up and do something. There was this underlying pressure that I didn't really know how to read for a while. And that took a bit of getting used to, if I'm being completely honest with you. But when I did, and I still have ups and downs with it, it's nice. I feel more on top of things with YouTube. I feel like I understand the up and downs more. You're gonna watch some shows and people really enjoy them, and you get more of an audience. You're gonna watch some other shows and things are gonna drop off. You're gonna have like quiet spells with your channel. But I genuinely overall feel very positive about it. For a while, there was this thing of, should I have started this? Should I have done YouTube? And now I'm very certain that I should have, and I'm very happy that I did, and there's a part of me that wishes I did it sooner. But I am very proud of what I've done, and I feel very good about what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm a good YouTuber, and I feel like I'm good at what I do. I have doubt still, but I feel from the response I get that at least I'm useful with that. And I think that's just made me feel better about it all, really. I'm just going to get a drink. Oh, what's the other question from Seb? What is the smallest thing for which you are grateful for? Smallest thing? This isn't a small thing at all. But along the way, I've met really helpful people on the YouTube journey, all of which were subscribers and people that just found me through content. And you will know who you are. I'm not going to call people out by name, because I know there's some people that won't want the attention drawn to them. But there are certain people I've been able to rely on, whether it be through managing with the Discord, turning to people with advice for YouTube and what to do, and, you know, be honest with me, do you think it's good right now or do I need to change things up, all that kind of jazz. And that's allowed me to just have someone to ask. And although there has been difficulty, and, you know, managing an audience is difficult at any level, it doesn't matter if you've got a couple of hundred subs or a couple of million, dealing with people is really hard, especially if you're someone that doesn't always cope well with that. But I've had a very good reception from a lot of people, and then there have been specific people that have been willing to carry that weight with me and help out in many different ways, and that's been really lovely. The question's interesting. It says, what's the smallest thing for which you are grateful? I don't think they're small things, but they are what other people wouldn't notice. But it's everything from, you know, even a couple of weeks back, Fernie, shout out to you, Fernie, but for doing the compilation, you know, being able to sit and watch that, and someone watches my content and goes, I'm going to turn that into a compilation because I think I'm going to give her that for her birthday, it's going to be funny. That alone is just so sweet. And it would be, to some people, a small, insignificant thing. For me, I'm like, holy someone spent their spare time to make a compilation, like something like that. But it's tiny, it's little things like even here, right? I'll be like, I'm filming a video, guys. Anything you want to ask? And you lot are like, yeah, sure, okay. That and I know it sounds like I'm just speaking out my ass, and it just sounds like I'm trying to suck up to people, and I'm not. But for me specifically as well, my work and my day job is in the marketing space, and that luckily I've been able to go part-time with that, and I work from home anyway. So I've been able to really do both, right? YouTube and that. I can't express to you a couple of years back how unwanted I felt as someone who was, at that point, early to mid-20s, working around about the time of COVID, right, and being self-employed. I was a cold caller. And I know cold calls are annoying. I was the annoying person that would cold call businesses. But that's how I would get my clients initially, and then it was email, and then you'd find a network and things would go from there. But, I would struggle to even get people to listen to me, and I'm trying to help them, right? In terms of help their business, help what they're trying to do. They're trying to make money for their family, and I'm trying to offer what I can help them in spaces they don't understand. But I would get really negative experiences to the point where I would work and I would, have sales calls with people and meet with people, but I'd never felt wanted by an audience. And I think this was when I then launched the Patreon. I saw that people were not only willing to pay for the content, but to support. And it felt really, it's not a small thing at all or an insignificant thing, but it was something that in the back of my mind, it was a small thing. And then when it happened, I was like, holy fuck, there are people willing to show up. And that felt really weird for me, coming from a business background, which is very transactional, right? Which this still is. I make the content, you guys like it and engage with it, sure. But it was a different form of transactional experience, and it was something I wasn't used to, and it knocked me off my feet a little bit. I remember launching the Patreon, talking to Raven, and I was like, there's, people have joined, it's doing okay, and you'd see the subscribers go up, and then I remember watching Severance, and I got a big influx of followers, and people really liked my Severance reactions, and I thought when I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, I ain't got a clue what's going on, I'm doing my best. But people really, people just wanted to talk to me about things they enjoyed, and because I was watching stuff, they wanted to talk to me more, and it was a form of engagement I'd never really experienced before at all, and it caught me off guard, honestly. There's been some emotional moments around it because I didn't ever expect people to engage with my channel or anything along those lines, or even with me. So it was, it may be a small, insignificant thing to some, or people might look at me and go, you're not that big of a YouTuber, but it feels like a huge amount of people. It feels like a big influx of numbers, So that's, sorry for the long-winded answer, but that's what's coming to mind as of right now when I'm trying to work out. Am I on number 4? Yeah, number 4. You could use a time machine. Would you rather have one that only goes back in time or only goes forward? Forward. No. Back. No, but I can't change events anyway. It's one of these things, again, I don't know. An easier answer would be, if you could have a time machine, what time span would you... And I'd allow it to go 10 years back or 10 years forward. That's what I'd do. Just to completely change a question, but thanks, Seb. Where I need you little things. Just trying to work out what you are and where you go and what you do. That's saying this has got to go in here. In there? Okay. You can hear that bee buzzing around. I don't know if you can, I don't know if the mic's going to pick it up, but it's driving me insane. What's your favourite genre of movie, TV/game? Favourite genre? I'd say movies. I don't watch, like I said, I don't watch too much anymore, but I love a movie that's got a bit of everything. I'll give you an example. There's a movie called The Help, which is Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Jessica Chastain. There's a huge cast in it, and it's amazing, and it's got a bit of everything. Another great movie is... I never remember the title. Why can I never remember the title of this movie? It's Kevin Costner. What's the movie about the NASA women? Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures. It's a similar vibe of there's funny bits, there's sad bits, there's an element of romance, there's an element of family values and taking care of each other. It's got something of everything, and I love movies like that. One of my favourite movies ever, and it's not even that good. The acting's not phenomenal in it or anything, but it's just, I love this movie. It's a movie called Secretariat. It's about the racehorse, Big Red, and it's Diane Lane and John Malkovich, and I love it. I love just, there's like feel goods. Another good one to Take the Lead, which is Antonio Banderas. They've got something of everything, you know. They're feel good movies. They've got good message to them. It could be animated movies as well. Like I love old school Pixar stuff, but it doesn't really narrow it down. If something's got a good story, I'll stick anything out. Even if it's horror, I don't even like horror and gore. But I will. Shutter Island's brilliant because it's brilliant, you know? Like, it doesn't really matter for me. As long as something doesn't feel like a waste of time, I'll end up loving it. That's just the way I work. Where are you? Blue. The only problem with this set is the dark blue and the black on the instructions are really hard to differentiate. Those two and 1, 2. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. That bee buzzing around outside my window is doing my head in. Can you go to any other flowers for like an hour? What do you do when you need inspiration? Like a sense of purpose in life, or just like creative inspiration? Ooh, look at this. Ooh, what do I do when I need inspiration? So the best thing for me to do is get bored. Like, if I've ever got writer's block or anything where I'm just stuck, the best thing for me to do is just get really bored. And I have to go and do something else and then come back to it. You know, that really is the best thing for me, to be honest. Right, these two pieces. I've got to get rid of this bee, it's driving me insane. 5 and 9. 5. 5 goes on that one. Can you hear? I don't know if the mic's picking it up or not. Buddy, go somewhere else. I shouldn't be so angry at the bee. He's only trying to help. I've stuck that one wrong. I'm not really including you, am I, as a top camera? Sorry. Restick one of these on. I'm so sorry. I hate doing this. Aye. And then where do you go? You go. Hello again, Hugo. Hugo. There. And Hugo. There. Lovely jubbly. 17 and 19. I am 16, going on 17. That's from Sound of Music, just in case anyone wonders what the hell I'm doing. Am I doing this right? Yes. That's rare for me. Lovely, and then you two go spinny, spinny round. 19, you go there. Thank you, Hugo. And then you go there. Lovely. Questions? What is your favourite form of animation? What form of animation would you use if you made your own animated movie? Oh, what a question, Fernie. See, I think Arcane is beautiful. I love the style of that. But I also love like old school Pixar. So somewhere in between all that. But the cinematography style would be like Dune, somehow. I love Dune, the way that was. And Arrival, which I've recently checked out. Same director, Denis Villeneuve. Dennis, or I think it's Denise. Denise? The Big D. No, we can't call him the Big D. Den. Let's go with that. Den. He's really great. And I really enjoyed those movies. And I like I said earlier, when something makes you feel small and the vastness of things. So I would go with something like a blend of all that somehow. And I would love to make my own movie or TV series or something like that. I would love to. I'd love to so much. Maybe one day when I'm, I don't know, got time, if I ever do. But yeah, I'd love that. I've got so many like ideas that are sitting on the back burner. But I've always wondered if maybe with the music and stuff I do like a music vid, like an animated music vid first. Because then you just got to make something that's, 3.5, 4 minutes. That might be an easier starting place and see if I enjoy that. So maybe one day. I've done it again. I'm also not under here. Sorry. I keep leaning back, that's why. I'm gonna be honest, when I first started doing Lego, I was so paranoid about the stickers, and now I just honestly don't. I just do my best and hope that's enough. There. Is that enough? Go with that. That'll do. It's coming together though, lads. Holy moly. Right, one of these. Little, I don't know, a lantern. I can think of something like a candle to put in there. And then I need, right, one of these. One of these, one of these. Okay, this goes like that. Yeah, yeah. No. Okay, like that, got it. And then 1, 2. These stick out the side, got it. Little ramp on the top. Yep. Turn that way. This is going to go there. I think it's the little bird on my window again. Could you deal with the bee while I'm doing that? And then that goes there. And then one of these, one of these. Like so. I think. What a weird bloody contraption. That goes in there, does it? Like that. Fair enough. That's what they want me to do. So that is what I've done. Lovely stuff. If you had to spend a day with a character from Fleabag, who would it be and why? It's actually got to be Fleabag. I know that's the obvious answer. I think I'd just spend the day in London with Fleabag and just see what we get up to. I think it'd be hilarious. It has to be. I've got to pick her. I have to pick her. What game is one you think you would adore, irrespective of how good you are at it? I've seen clips of the Harry Potter game, like the Hogwarts Legacy, I think it's called. It looks really, really cool. But it's very long and I probably would get bored of it. Not bored, but I think I'd struggle with it, knowing me. But it looks very cool. So I think maybe that one. I used to play the old Harry Potter game on PC. Anyone remember like early 2000s? The Prisoner of Azkaban, no, not Prisoner of Azkaban, Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets game. Anyone remember those? I used to play those ages ago. Yeah, it is. The little bird keeps landing on my window. Yeah, either one of those two. I mean, I loved Harry Potter when I was growing up, so I would say either of those. What bit is this? Hang on. That goes there, right. Like that. Is that what you mean? But then where do you want this in there? Oh, right. Okay. There we go. That's what we're going with. Good stuff. It's coming together. Woo! Woo, Gino. Right. This goes in there. In there. I've put it upside down, haven't I? I've put it upside down. Oh, what's going on out there? It's like I'm living in a zoo. This. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is your favourite bird? What is your favourite bird and why? What the hell? Funny? Are you psychic, lad? What is my favourite bird? I love a kingfisher. Put a picture of a kingfisher there. Kingfishers are very beautiful. I love a kite. Kites like this. I'll put them there. Here, I don't know if the mic's going to pick it up. He taps the little bugs crawl on the outside of the window and he eats them. I'm saying he. It could be a she. I don't. I like a magpie. I don't like the noise they make at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon for some reason near me. But I do like magpies. They look like that. They're very cool. I've picked all British birds as well, but anyway. I won't include Kate Beckinsale. That's a British bird joke, never mind. One species back from extinction, what would it be? Can I say talented pop stars? If I could bring one thing back from extinction. It's got to be a dodo, hasn't it? I don't know what current animals are extinct. I'll tell you what. Cute extinct animals. Dodo. Dodos are quite cute. A sea mink. They're cute. A tulac wallaby. Very cute. A lesser bilby. A splendid poison frog. Now we'll leave them. No, they're fine. A desert bandicoot. Yeah, Desert Bandicoot, they're very cute. Any of those are ones I'd bring back. What is something you noticed first about another person? It depends on the person, Emily. What's something I first noticed about another person? I mean, what are we talking here? Like, what are we talking? I mean, I usually will look for signs of danger if it's just some random stranger. The first thing I'll notice is whether or not they look like they've got any red flags that I need to be looking out for. That's the first thing I notice. But if it's other sort of things, I suppose eyes. I don't like looking at people's eyes, but I think one of the first things I do is sort of see if someone's got kind eyes or not. You know what I mean? I'd say something to do with eyes. You can tell a lot by a man's eyes, man or woman, either way. Well, I'm thinking of a man because I suppose in public I'm thinking if I met a man for the first time I'd be like, are you gonna kill me? So I'd say eyes. You can tell a lot by someone's eyes. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm rambling so much. 20. Number 20. Visa. This needs to be upside down on there, does it? Right. Okay, we sure? Yep. Yep. Number 7. Where on earth are you, number 7? There you are. Number 7. And that goes there. And then where do you want that to go? In there? Oh, look at that. I love it when it fits like that. What question would you ask someone so you can immediately understand what person they are? Have you killed anyone? I think that's... Because even if they go no, depends how they say no. Right? Because if they go no, that's suspicious. If they go no, or if they go no. See? Different levels of answer. So... That's a good one. That's the one I'd go with. I don't know why you lot watch this shit, man. I don't know why you lot watch it. 2, 3. Come on. Okay. Every time I do Lego, I'm like, they haven't given me a bit. I'm lacking a piece. And then I remember, no, Claudia, you're not. You just forgot to look properly with your eyes. Also, don't know where I'm going to put this with my other ones because I haven't got any space. Ew. I've done a wonky one. If I do 2, it'll be a dwonky. That's a Klingo reference, just in case nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Like I said, it's bingo, but better. Sorry, I'll stop now. Sorry, I should really do this under there, shouldn't I? This little guy. Has my neighbour just lit a fire? Hang on. I can smell fire. Clink. Oh, I didn't do the click that time, sorry. I thought it was going to go clunk. Oh, don't you just love living in the countryside where for some reason every farmer in a 5-mile radius goes, yeah, it's a nice calm day, there's no wind. Start a fire. Yeah, lovely. Thank you, boys. 2 2-piece tiles. Got it. 22 and 24. Choose one of these superpowers. Okay. Smooth exit. You can leave any awkward situation gracefully with everyone thinking you had somewhere else important to be. I don't give a fuck about other people. Snack Accio. Able to summon floating snacks to you from somewhere else in the house or building. Ooh. Plant approval. They grow slightly better around you and give you verbal affirmations every morning. Don't question it. It's the plants. You know it's the plants. Smooth exit. I don't give a fuck. I'll just tell people up front, I'm tired and I'm a bit bored, I'm going to go home. And people go, okay. If they don't want to be my friend, they don't want to be my friend. I'm too old to worry about that shit. Snack. I don't snack. I just eat 3 meals. If I could summon meals without needing to cook, and they would be perfectly cooked and I'd never get any food poisoning or anything of the sort. Now we're talking. But I would say plant approval. To get positive affirmations from plants every day. Honestly, I don't think I'd ever surround myself with people ever again. Just plants. That's all I'd ever do. Sounds blissful, actually. Now I'm just sad that's not true. I really do hope my phone isn't running out of charge. Knowing my luck, probably is. And then these go there. Oop. And there. Yeah, yeah. 2 of these thingy-mabobbies. 1, 2. And you boys fit on there. Lovely stuff. That's grand, thank you fellas. Square piece. There. 1. It's 1 of these, not 2. Thank God, I was about to panic because I could only see 1. And then these fit on there. Lovely. I do have low battery, but will it last? Who knows? That's the exciting thing here at Claudie Corner. Who knows? Steering a wheel. A wheel. And this little thing fits on there. That has gone on the floor. Oh, it's got hair on it. Oh, God. Right, where on earth do you go? Oh, God, that's exhausting. Yep. 1, 2, go either side. These. 1, 2, and 3. Number 18. Would help if I wasn't holding it upside down. Number 18. And the B goes on the thicker part of the wedge. That spins around. This goes on there. Lovely. And then this bit goes there. And this bit goes there. What event in history do you think is more significant than people think? Ooh, me being born. What can I say? A significant event in history that people... Oh, that's a really good question, Nixit. Well, an event that comes to mind is the breaking of Enigma at Bletchley Park, which is what the movie Imitation Game is based on. Because it was really one of the main crucial reasons that we won the war. But it's not really particularly known about in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's known, but lesser known nonetheless. So I'd say either breaking Enigma or... What event in history do you think is more significant than most people think? I'm also being very careful not to mention a very recent thing that's happened. Sorry, I'm not doing it under the camera again, sorry. That's happened recently in the US. But I think that's going to have a lot of problems. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that pops to mind. There was also the Night Witch project, which is very interesting. It was either Polish or Russian. I can't remember. But they basically put hundreds of these women in like men's uniform, and they basically sent them up with bombs and grenades and a bunch of other stuff to fly over Germany and just drop the bombs and then fly back. But the planes that they had were World War I planes. I mean, these are planes that are made out of like wood. And they sent them up and flew them over at night. And it was also a big turning circle during the war. And was something that, again, is probably less known. It's something... They haven't made movies about it, nor really talked about it in terms of documentaries and stuff. There's maybe some online bits and bobs here and there, but not as much as I ever thought there would be. And I think that's a very, very interesting element of the war and what happened, really. There we go. Thought I was missing a piece. This bit goes on there. And then tile piece goes on there. 1. Number 23. Ooh, this goes right front and centre. This is cool. I've got to get this one right because this is going to be Prime placement. I didn't get it right. I didn't get it right. It's good enough, that will do. And this goes there. Lovely stuff. Woohoo! Devilish has arrived late. Do you like party rings? I did when I was a kid, but I couldn't eat them now. They're way too sweet for me. I can't cope with that level of sugar. My phone has just died, so the top-down view is not going to be available for a little bit. It's charging up now, and I'll do some more at the end. But I'm going to carry on and then just show you what I'm doing on this camera, okay? So, we got to there. Now, the next thing here is got to do this bit, like that, and then that bit. Got to find something that looks like little spoons, little tiny spoons. Oh, look, little spoons. Baby Bear's spoon for his porridge. And these are the little wing mirrors. Lovely stuff. That actually looks really cool. Look at those. I love the little details of these kits. It's so clever. Then I'm going to take this rod. Hi Rod. Call him Rod Stewart. Handbags and the glad. Right, anyway. Anyone under the age of 50 is also not going to know what that's a reference to. I don't know why I've just done that. Ah, there you are. These little pylon thingy-mabobbies, they fit on like that. I'm going to line them up. So, created something that looks like that. And that, ooh, this, oh, it's a shame I haven't got the top-down view for this. Basically, this is going to fit in these little, you see them there, these little things, those. I'm going to put one in there like this. And then the other I bend round, oh my god. And then that will come down like that over the top. Little spanner looking thing over the top. Oh god, you've got a load of questions. Best sandwich filling? Oh, it depends on the day, man. It depends on the bread as well. If I can do like a panini or a ciabatta, we're gonna go with really, really good mozzarella, some heirloom tomatoes, chopped up basil, maybe some chopped up black olives in there as well, glug of olive oil, and maybe some nice ham or even some grilled chicken. And then you're gonna put it in a panini press. That's a banger. I think if you can do it, you can do a good tuna mayo, especially if the bread isn't too soft. Maybe slightly toast the bread as well. A tuna mayo works. Genuinely, you just get a really, really, it all depends on the bread. You get a really, really good French bread and it's almost slightly warm. You can heat it up in the oven and then you just cut it open. You know, it's nice and crispy and crunchy. Lather it with butter and then just good cheddar cheese and then sandwich it back together. It's, you know, it's enough to give you a sense of purpose in life. So, where on earth do you go? Probably, oh, it goes on the top. Front bit, yep. Just added this little bit on. Actually, it's not really that important. I won't show you. It's honestly not that important. Right, now this bit, this looks dodgy. I'm going to get this piece and this piece. And this is going to go somewhere. This is going to fit on there like that. No, that can't do. I am going to stick sticker number 1. One corner, so sticker number 1. I'm not going to be able to show you this, but I will show you when it's on. And a silvery bit, yep. This bit goes there. Should have the right bit put together. And then I make it again and fit it on the other side. So I'm guessing this is like the wing at the back. I'll complete it and then I'll show you what I've built. What would be your ideal car? Well, what does ideal really mean? If I could have a Porsche 911, I'd have a Porsche 911. But what would be my ideal car? Honestly, I just like an Audi, like a hatchback. Audi A3, Golf. I learned to drive in a Golf. I really like it, so I quite like a hatchback. I like an easygoing car, to be honest. I mean, you can dream of like a sports car, like a Porsche. I mean, I wouldn't say no if someone gave me one, but I don't know, I like a little hatchback. Just like something sort of, you know, small, reliable. You know, a bit like Maradona. Well, he wasn't that reliable in the end, but anyway, you know what I mean. I stuck that one the right way. Who knows? No one's going to look that closely except for me. And I am not going to beat myself up so much anymore about Lego and being too perfect with everything. No, this is a new me. I don't care about any little thing. I don't care about any little thing. Like that. And a little stickers that stick on the inside. This is going to go on the back, I assume. Oh no, I've got more to add to it. Oh god. These two bits that look like benches. Like a little park bench. Please go and focus. There we go, thank you. And then back to me. Lovely. Sticker number 2. Mobile. Lovely stuff. Sticker number 2. You guys have given me like another 10 questions. Right, so that's that there. And then what do I do? This. Yes. I got you. That goes in there. Got it. What I might do is complete this later. I might go and get lunch and then refilm when I'm done. So my phone will be all charged up. Do you have a favourite snack? I love Marks and Spencer's. They're reduced fat because for some reason it's the only ones they don't do like a standard fat anyway. So they do a reduced fat, slightly salted, crinkle crisps, and they are delightful and they're my favourite thing on this earth. So those, yeah, just those. When I was younger, I used to like biscuits and stuff. Digestive biscuits and a cup of tea was quite nice. But yeah, I don't really snack. I just have sort of 3 meals a day, and I find that that's easier for me. With work and stuff, if I have to keep snacking, I never get anything done. I am so bloody confused. What do you want me to do? Oh, it's because I've stuck the sticker upside down, that's why. Thank God I didn't have that camera on. I've just said, alright guys, that will do. That's enough questions in O-Town's, just put another question in. Whenever I see O-Town in the Discord as well, I think he's just like Yogi Bear. His handle's O-Town Bear, and so I just always think he's like Yogi Bear. That's how I picture him. Just a bear typing on the keyboard. They keep asking me questions and I keep saying no, and they keep adding more on. Rank these 5 takeaways. I honestly don't think I've ever had a takeaway. I know, it's bad, I know. But when you have food allergies, you're always scared to order food from other people. So I have good reason why, I promise. Have I lost a bit in the O-Town carnage? Hang on. Oh no, it's here. Got it. Wish you could send voice messages on Discord on computer and then I could just tell them all to stop sending me more questions. I would do it with my phone, but my phone's on charge. Honestly, I'm glad this isn't recording because I actually wouldn't know what to even show you. This bit is there, that's here. Now this looks cool. So that's on the size of this. It looks like that. Okay. God, there's more. Like so. So this bit is going to fit on. It's 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 going to fit. Does that go there? Maybe it goes higher. Ow. Oh, it's just popped. Oh, no. Come back. Oh, it's fell. It didn't come apart at all, so actually it's fine. It shows me step by step, but it seems to miss steps. What do you mean that goes there? Oh, it's actually really easy. Shut up. Stop it. This bit goes there. I got it. Yeah, thank you. No, you could have been a bit clearer anyway. This bit goes on there. Yeah, lovely stuff. Oh yeah, rank the 5 takeaways. Curry, Chinese, fish and chips, pizza, kebab. I don't know if I've had half of these. I honestly don't eat much of this food, but I would say, I always think kebabs look nice. Like a good kebab looks nice. But I would say pizza, fish and chips. I'm also going on what's easier to order rather than make yourself. Pizza, fish and chips. I don't eat curry, so that's at the bottom. Pizza, fish and chips, kebab, Chinese, curry. But I'd probably only order a pizza, and I don't even really eat pizza. Oh yes, this. Look, it's a bit like a little skateboard ramp, and I've got to put 2 stickers on there, number 8 and number 3. Bit wonky, but you know, so am I. Let's put the oracle on the back. Sounds like a euphemism, even though it's not. Yeah. So now we got. Please focus. There we go. Oracle. And oh yeah, oh yeah, and then this is gonna fit. I mean, I'm guessing in there, but where? Then we've got to open packets 5 and 6. So what I'll do is I'll take a break, charge my phone up, and then I can get that for you there. So I just got these little bits here. Got to take this little thing, which looks like a a Siamese wench. No, not wench. Wrench. Oh, that really adds something. That does. Look at that. See the thing sticking out? It's complete now. That's what it needed. All along. Right, and then I've got to do 5 and 6. These are all spare bits. Lovely stuff. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yeah, in the same way I'd say cold tomato soup is a smoothie. Okay. Worst song you've heard on public transport? I don't know if I've ever been on public transport when I've heard a song. I honestly don't think I've ever heard a song on public transport. I did hear Gangnam Style played 8 times over in a H&M once because I counted and I was in the changing room. So that was hell. Yeah, I remember that vividly. Favourite type of dog? Now, when I was growing up, it was a golden retriever. I adore golden retrievers. If I had to take care of one now as an adult, I'd want a little dog because they're just easier to look after and, you know, less hair, really. So I would say like a miniature dachshund, like a any colour variation of it, like, but specific like a golden dachshund. They're very, very cute. A little sausage dog. I think they're adorable. If you had a dog, what would you call it? I think I'd match the C. So like Claudie. It's a bit like Charlie, Chloe, something like that. I'd want to match with the dog. I wouldn't call it Claude. That would get way too confusing. Best mythical creature to have for a pet? Phoenix. For sure, a phoenix. It'd be a nightmare every time it dies and it implodes and then goes into a ball of fire and then comes back. But, you know, be good entertainment nonetheless. Favourite shape? We talking 2D or 3D? I'd say 2D, it's a rhombus, I would say. 3D, I don't think you can beat a cube. I think although like a pyramid structurally is better from an engineering perspective. I also quite like a pentagon, actually. Or a heptagon. I like more of an odd number with those kind of shapes than a... Although a hexagon is also a great architectural shape. Honestly, Emily, they're all great. In your opinion, what's the best compliment you can give someone? I think something along the lines of like, I'd rather spend time with you than be on my own. Like... but in like a nice way, like I feel safe around you, I'm glad I know you, or something like that. Something where their presence is appreciated rather than unappreciated. Something along those lines, I'd say. You have a comfortable, fully equipped and internet connected secret lair somewhere remote, which you can teleport to and from whenever you wanted. Suggestions: top of a mountain, deep in a rainforest, tropical island, the moon. I don't want to go too far. I don't want to go too far at all. Do I go really far? Do I go like New Zealand? Because then I can just get from one side of the planet to the other very, very quickly. But then why the fuck would you need to get to New Zealand very quickly? You don't. You don't need to get to New Zealand very quickly. Plus, if people found out, they're only going to want to start doing it themselves. That's never a good thing. I don't know. I actually don't know. Do I get to leave the lair or am I just stuck in the lair? Lake Como, Italy. Why? Because it's pretty and there's people with money there. I don't know, it might be useful. Lake Como. Because you could go tropical island or something, but then you don't know about snakes and other shit that could be like... Because if I'm the only one that knows I'm there and there's like a infestation of like cockroaches, I mean, what the fuck am I going to do? Then I've got to bring someone in, then I've got to explain to someone, hey, we're going to be teleported to a secret lair, but don't freak the fuck out because I need you to deal with these snakes or shit. So that's not going to work. Deep in a rainforest, fuck that. There's nothing that you ever want to meet in a rainforest. Top of a mountain, do your ears pop? I'm just thinking of the logistics of it. If you're going from, you know, normal sea level to up to, you know, 1,000 metres in the air, your ears are going to pop. You're not going to be able to work on what you need to while you're in your secret lair. What am I going to do? Edit? With my ears in a bad place? That's a terrible idea, Dan. The moon, that's logistically hell. What if I get stuck? Then I'm stuck on the fucking moon. Tropical island. I don't know, is there subsidence? Am I underground? What if the lair sinks in? Dan, this is a horrendous question. I'm going to take a break here, go get some food, and charge my phone, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm back. Hi, back. That's what everyone's going to say. Got a little tile with, I think is that the Red Bull logo? I don't know, is that meant to be a bull? I don't know. This shouldn't take me too long at all, actually. Oh, another wheel. How do you hope people perceive you? Oh, what a question. Jesus, Patch, what a question. I hope I'm perceived as someone who's just doing her best. I hope I'm perceived as someone who, you know, just does her best to do what she can. And, you know, I like to think I'm upbeat most of the time and that I'm just here to have a good time. And yeah, I think that's what I would say is always my main focus with things, is just get the job done well and enjoy it at the same time. So hopefully someone that gives off that. What's something that brings you the purest joy? I suppose the sense of satisfaction when something's completed that you've worked really hard on, I'd say. especially with things like the channel and all that kind of stuff. Like when you get to the point where you complete something and it's something, especially if it's taken you a long time. Like I remember I spoke about this earlier a little bit with Fleabag and stuff. When I was able to actually watch back my reactions and genuinely feel proud of them, it meant a lot to me, and the videos meant a lot more. It's not to say that the older stuff isn't good or anything along those lines. It's just I could have done them better if I'd had more experience, and they're not videos I look back on particularly fondly, whereas there's other things that I do, and yeah, that's nice, I think. Right, it's asking me for a piece, and I don't know where the bloody piece is. How do I always do this? I'm looking for a one brick piece. Ah, with these little dots on it. Okay, I'm looking for the wrong piece. That would explain it. Right. This goes on here. And this there. So this comes in an exhaust in the back. Got it. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see. I said no more questions and you guys gave me about 8 other questions. So this is going to be good. Let's just turn that around. So that looks like that. Lovely stuff. I need one of these, and this thingamabob. This goes into the back of there. And this, okay, this, hang on. Hard Rock Cafe. If that's right, Hard Rock Cafe, or is it a restaurant, or, I don't know. Hard Rock Cafe, I'm pretty sure it is. Do they play Hard Rock at the Hard Rock Cafe, or is it just called that? Genuinely not sure. Okay. And this goes in there. Okay. How do you think Arsenal is performing this season? Honestly, Dan, I have barely watched any football. Even when I have been trying to watch football, I've been like editing at the same time and I've had it on mute in the background. I've barely seen anything. I think we're doing all right. I have full faith in Arteta that he's building a solid team, and I think he's thinking years ahead with what he's doing. You know, Wenger always tries to do the same, but I have faith. I have faith in the boys, to be honest. Yeah, I plan to, as the schedule opens up a little bit as I head towards Christmas, catch some more games and watch some more football. Let me know if you want football commentary on the channel, if you want me to sit and watch football games and commentate. That's me doing commentary. Let me know. It was an idea I thought about a little while back. I thought it could be quite funny, just sit there and watch the game. But yeah, let me know. These 1 and 2. This goes there, and there. Good stuff. And then there. And this goes there. Okay. These go either side. There, got it. Why do moles make the best notebooks? What? Why do moles make the best notebooks? I'm concerned for you, Dan. I really am. In your dream home, what's the plant to Lego ratio? Oh, it's about 4 plants to every 1 Lego, if I'm honest with you. It's a lot of plants. My dream home has a lot of plants, indoors and outside. A lot. Do you prefer hot or cold weather? If I had to pick, well, nothing can survive in cold weather, and I think it would just eventually you get miserable and you'd get vitamin D deficient. So I'm going to have to say hot, hoping that I can get air conditioning. If I never saw snow again, I'd be okay. If I never sort of saw any element of warmth again, I don't know how long I'd last, if I'm being honest with you, Score. These 2 go on the edges. These are like, oh, okay, this is the front bit. Got it. This goes. Am I doing this right? Probably not. That goes there. Ah, there. Oh, no, it fell off. In there, yes. Lovely stuff. So we're building, no idea what that's called, but the front, this is going to attach into the front there. Right, so then we have these two, and then red and bull stickers. Number 29, number 30. And these go on there. Oh yeah. If you didn't have your current job, would you rather make a living by writing, drawing, or making music? Oh, that's tough. Drawing. Writing I love, but it gets very heavy for me because I'm like shit at spelling and all the other bits and bobs. So I would say writing I would do just when I want to. Music, oh, it's between drawing and music, but for music it wouldn't stop me from doing it as a hobby, right? So music, and then I do love especially like the Claude tunes. I'd love to do more with that. So it's between the drawing and the music. Music, it's very personal. I'd have to put out more stuff for me to do anything with music, because music you got to kind of keep the energy up all the time, you know. Yeah, drawings, because then you could, if I was to do a book with the drawings and then write a story, am I allowed to do that? Because then I could do writing and drawing at the same time. So I've thought this through. Anyway, which way up has it got to be? Oh yeah. It's got to be facing left. Oh, it's like a, oh yeah, okay, got it. That's got to be like that. Got it? Okay. And then you need to, one of this there. Like that. Yep. And then the mobile, sticker 31 on the top. Got it. This is going to point that way. That way. Yep. Dooby dooby doo 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 doo. Dooby doo dooby doo 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 doo. That's going to point that way. Don't know what I'm doing. I've been recording this over about 4 hours, so I haven't done my stickers very well today. I'm really tempted to one day like design and 3D print like a little, I don't know, like a quokka or something that you could put together at home. I'd love to do something like that. I think it'd be so fun. Like little collectibles, you know. Not Lego, because obviously, you know, trademark, but something similar of the sort. Little model, something you could put together and do sort of themed ones, you know. Little collectible items, I think would be really cute. Right. 1 and 2. Good stuff, okay. So this one like that, and that one's like that. Got it, 25 and 26. If you could have a quokka as a pet, would you? 100%. There is no law in the UK as of right now that stops you from getting a quokka as a pet. If you don't know what a quokka is, so I am a quokka. Not like literally, but people say like, what's your spirit animal? A quokka, 100%. And there is no law in the UK as of right now that is stopping you as a UK citizen from getting a quokka. If you can acquire one, you can keep one as a pet. So if anyone in Australia wants to kidnap a quokka, maybe 2, don't want it to be on its own, and send it to me, I'll create a PO box and you can just send it on my way, because I would 100% take care of a little quokka. They're so cute. I saw a video of one the other day, enjoying somebody juggling for it. It's very cute. I was watching the balls like this. It was really great. And if you could, what would you call it? Quentin the quokka. This thing, where's the, oh, this has got to be pushed in, okay. Beyond the sea, oh good lord. Somewhere waiting for me. Would you survive a zombie apocalypse, and how? Would I survive a zombie apocalypse? I mean, the zombies would probably look at me and go, there's probably not much meat on it. Would I survive? If I could get the high ground, maybe. Would I want to survive? Probably not. I'd rather just, you know, get out quick and not have to deal with it all. I'd do my best to survive, especially if I had loved ones I needed to take care of. I'd do my best to. And I think I would survive by... I would use other dead things as, like, luring them away from me. I'd build a big moat or something that they all fall in. So I'd, like, lure them to me with dead things, and then they would fall in the moat, and then I would save humanity. You know, because of course I would. I'm definitely not going to see a zombie and go, ah, and then run away and end up falling over and breaking my neck and dying. This goes there, this goes there. Boo-ba-doop, 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 boo. Sticker 21, please. Sticker 21. Yes, run our final sticker after this one, thank God. I don't know what this sponsor is. Rouch? Don't know what that is. But it said ranch at first, like ranch dressing. I thought, what on earth are they sponsoring Formula One? If there is another ice age, what would you do? Panic, probably. Go far underground, because isn't it warmer underground if there's an ice age? I don't know. Is there a bunker or something someone would let me use? Something along those lines. I don't know, I'm useless at things like this, man. I'd completely panic and give up, probably, is what would usually happen. These go on the side like that. Okay. If you could pick any story you have ever heard to make into a film, what would it be? I mean, the Night Witch project that I mentioned earlier was pretty cool. That would be a great movie. Yeah, that's going to be my answer because there's nothing else coming to mind. I'll go with that as my answer for now. What job do you have the most respect for? I don't know how people work as like cleaners in anywhere where there's like healthcare, so hospitals, old people's homes, anything along those lines is so, you're so invisible, but it's such a necessary job. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how any care-based job copes, to be honest with you. So I would say something along those lines, or just, I remember watching clips of like people that dive on like oil rigs to weld undersea and things like that. Fuck that. I don't know how they do it, man. That's horrendous. I have respect for a huge amount of jobs, but those are the first ones that come to mind. Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the smartest? Funniest. If you're too smart and too intelligent, you're just clinically depressed. So I would, I would always say funniest. Funniest person. Yeah, I'd always rather be the funniest person in the room. Right, what is this? A wheel and a frisbee, I'm not quite sure. This is going to fit in here, is it? This just pops in, does it? Would you ever consider going on a safari? If it was a very good one, yeah, maybe. I've got no idea how these thing fits on, by the way. It says that just goes in there. There is no way that... What? What are you talking about?
Dressmaker pins, which are our nails. And What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Is there different wheels? Oh, there's different wheels. Of course, that's why it's... Okay. I've been really stupid. Just hang on a second, I just need a moment. It's saying different wheels. See, this is the problem when you're answering questions and doing this at the same time. I wasn't even focused. Look, there's two different wheels. Oh, God, I am an absolute idiot. That's gonna pop in there. Weird that, isn't it? It's almost like it's made for it. It's alright. That's what we're here for on this channel, is poor quality Lego builds. There we go, that's better. There we go. There we go. Got there in the end. Whilst I was being a donkey. But anyway, these fit in like that. Yep. Got it. Okay. Why are pizzas round? What? Why are pizzas round? I have no idea. Pie, isn't it? Pizza means pie, so I'm guessing it was just the round shape that they made. Like a pie. I don't know. Why are pizzas? Do you want me to Google it? Hang on. Why are pizzas round? Hang on. Because it's the easiest shape to make. By stretching a ball of dough outwards. There you go. There's your answer, because it's the easiest fucking thing to do. Where do babies come from? Wrong answers only. Pakistan. Okay, question from my sister. Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad this is like an open Q&A. How are you doing? Oh, that's really sweet. I'm doing okay. Oh, what's happened here? Oh God, something's fell off. I'm doing okay. I'm having a great day making Lego. So thank you very much for asking. I feel bad now. Thank you very much for asking. My little brother has a question as well. He's just thinking, okay. He wants to know if you like eggs. I used to eat eggs when I was younger, but I don't really eat eggs much more. No, not the biggest fan of eggs, but I don't mind eggs in things. That's fine. Oh, look, it rolls now. Oh yeah, look at this. Forgot how much I enjoyed making Lego. Pokemon, yes or no? I don't know much about Pokemon, so I never watched it or anything. It was a show, right? Is it a show? Oh, so when was I supposed to put the... Was I supposed to put this on? How's this supposed to... Oh, no. Oh, I was supposed to put that on ages ago. Oh, no. Hang on. I've got to take this out. Hang on. I was supposed to do that, like, so long ago. Okay. Put that in there and then feed that through. There we go. I was going to say when did that? I missed that bit. Sorry, I was distracted. There we go. Done. Let's get him ready to sit in there. There he is. Look at him. Good to go, man. He's good to go. How cool is that? Making sure his mirrors are okay. Oh, look at that. So cool. There we go. And we're done. One Lego Red Bull Formula 1 car complete. That's to add to the collection. Look how many there is. What ones have I got? So I've got this one. That one. The McLaren. Got that one. It was the Aston. Is it an Aston Martin? I think that was the one I saw in the shop. But I went with the McLaren one back in the day. Ferrari one looks very cool. Maybe when I next get a bit of time, I'll head over to the Lego store and see what's there. Right. That's the end of the video. Thank you very, very much for watching, everybody. Thank you very much for your questions, as always. Very interesting and peculiar. Helpful. Thank you. If you did enjoy this, do give it a thumbs up. Really helps me out. Subscribe, put notifications on. That way you won't miss anything. There's links to other channels and bits and bobs in the description. Check those out if you'd like to. And I'll see you very, very soon for some more gaming or building or houseplants or God knows whatever's next. Take very, very good care of yourself. Go build some Lego if you get the chance to. And if you want to share it, send a picture in the Discord and I'll take a look at it when I can. And I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.